check. 1, 2, 2.
And of course, this is the first meeting today in this Rectory ground between Gisborne boys and their esteemed visitors from marketing, that is Salle College and Gisborne boys. Historically, certainly, two super heavyweights, two big teams, and Salle, the only team in the history of a 1A competition in Auckland never to be relegated. Boys High School First 15 and a distinguished record also 8 years between 1991, 1990, 1991 and 1998 with that all that time they lost only 3 club games. Boys High School out on the field. Coach Tairāwhiti's second year, and his second son. Well, these are the second sons. Gisborne boys, Andrew and Tairāwhiti. Both of whose fathers represented the first team of such distinction. And 90s, early 2000s. Andrew. Talk about focused. And on the far sideline, striding across the field, Dwayne Hehe. Magnificent player in his time. Referees at halfway. Terry Reeves, Paul Brown, youngster Joel Pearce. Oh, that's a haka. Well, the haka is both a challenge and a sign of respect, a mark of respect. Gisborne boys, I got to admit, I haven't felt that passion in the haka since 2009, the centennial game against Napier boys. They had old boys out there, they had big boys out there. Everybody was out there on that occasion. Terry Reeves, Joel Pearce, man student Joel Pearce, big guy with red hair, assistant referee number 2 on this side. He's part of it, he's part of history. And Gisborne boys with a fiery start at the haka. And now, Braith Ingram, he'll fire that engine. Gisborne boys, today Mana Gray at the halfway line. From Gisborne boys to Hamilton boys, Palmerston boys, and Gisborne again. Today Mana Gray, the skillful first 5, the artist, and Gisborne boys, De La Salle. Gisborne boys, De La Salle. Today, Mana, the ball is in the air. Okay, De La Salle. Big team, heavy team. Caught on the 22-metre mark. Referee Terry Reeves. A big appointment for Terry Reeves. De La Salle with these big guys who are starting to run forward and straight and hard. Their captain today, halfback in fact, and a good one, James Singh. So strong defence from Gisborne boys at the start of this game. Strong defence from Gisborne boys, but a relieving penalty for De La Salle. They will be willing. They will be hard. It will be hard. That classic, you know, that could be the classic first 15 line. It could be hard. It will be hard. They've not found touch. Gisborne boys have the ball. Gray holds the ball, gets the halfway, nice step. Gisborne boys with some good play. They have some big runners. The tight end prop forward's a big guy. That's Fetu McGee throwing his weight around. Gisborne boys over there on the left. Look to be Ingram. Gisborne boys under advantage. Have the ball. Have the ball. Flat pass. Penalty here, Terry Reeves. He'll want to, in this game, he'll want to blow the whistle only when he has to. He won't want unnecessary whistle. Not whistle where it can be avoided. And you know, that's the big thing. Terry Reeves, he's there to channel the game and funnel the game, but not dominate the game, as so many do. Noah Torrance Cribb wearing 2. I always knew he'd wear a jersey. I thought it would be more 8 or 7, but it's 2. 2's as good as any. There's the clearance for touch it today, Mana Gray there, with a great gain in ground. Very good clearing kick by today, Mana Gray. A cultured first 5. Bright boy, halfback Cody Christie. Second from the back, Jimmy Moore, open side flanker. He'd be one of the easier ones to lift, I would think. Throw to come from Noah. Noah out deep, ball falls to halfback Singh. And De La Salle with the quick hands we'd heard so much about. Referee Terry Reeves on hand, going to blow the whistle, but thought better of it. Here they are, De La Salle, mid on the advantage line. And these days, in the modern game, that's what you got to do. You got to tackle and tackle till your tummy hurts. That's Noah Torrance Cribb there with a good tackle. Noah Torrance Cribb there with a, oh, that's what you call ball and all. Gisborne boys, was that more? Was that more or Braith? Didn't pick him up. De La Salle, tackle's being made at the moment. Ball being kicked away. De La Salle there with a quick swing. And the ball has gone forward. De La Salle being adventurous there with the blind pass. Gisborne boys have it. Under advantage, obviously. Over the halfway line again. De La Salle yet to really sight. Gisborne territory. Putna! Was that Putna? Putna Hihi, a grunty player. Gisborne boys. More hard running from Gisborne boys. And the hands are pretty good at the moment. Today, Mana Gray sees them up. It is the box kick. It's well weighted. Gisborne boys have it. Gisborne boys have it. And De La Salle are under pressure. They're going to concede the first try. Hayden Shepley corner. In the corner. And the try. A marvellous finish there from Quaden Chapley corner. Gisborne boys in the corner. Fantastic rugby. You know what? You talk about a dream start. What is a dream start? What constitutes a dream start? That is a dream start. The perfect box kick from today, Mana Gray. The ball floated from his boot. He got the perfect bounce. Gisborne boys pick up the perfect bounce and score in the corner. A marvellous start. You know, Quaden Chapley corner, there was never anything surer that he'd hold on to the ball and get it down. Dwayne head coach in goal area, wiping the sweat from his furrowed brow. And I tell you what, Gisborne boys could not have wished or hoped for a better start than that. A try in Kerr's corner to Quaden Chapley corner. Today, Mana Gray masterminded the try. Beautiful kick. And now about to take the conversion attempt. What he needs is the height, I think. He needs the height. Wish those people down there would be quiet. They're making a noise. They'll put him right off. Is it floating back? Will it do enough? No, the ball falls short of the crossbar. Marvellous skill there. Marvellous skill on the kick from Tairāwhiti. The picture-perfect kick. Look at Jimmy Moore getting ready to be lifted up. In my time, they called that a Ouija. The lifter there, Malosi, Lua Falialo. Well, that's a start. Sione Olive, big number 2 for De La Salle. He'll want the ball. Okay, Gisborne boys have it. The try scorer, Quaden Chaffey-Corder, got it away, and those are some big shoulders. Strong shoulders of De La Salle. Now under pressure today, Tairāwhiti. Puts the kick up, and a penalty award here from referee Reeves. Referee Reeves strikes the right tone as a referee. At the same time, educator and policeman. And Paul Brown, the big boss down here on the sideline, AR1. The chairman of the referees. The kick finds touch. Noah Torrance-Cribbs, second throw of the game. Gisborne boys showing stout hearts in defence. Did you see how hard De La Salle came at them the first time? And they came at them hard the second time. Noah Torrance-Cribbs. Will it be Jimmy Moore again? It was meant to be Jimmy Moore in the first instance. It is again Jimmy Moore. Jimmy Moore there with loose ball, tap ball. That's a halfback Singh, who seized on the loose ball as he did. Previous line out, the first of the game. Strong, hard running from De La Salle. Juan Falanico. Guys are very skillful. Gabriel Shepherd. De La Salle with numbers over here in those quick hands. But Gisborne boys hanging on. You've got to make your tackles. They're up at the moment by 5 points. They scored the first try of the game. Quaden Chaffey-Corder. These big front row forwards, bigger than big, but there's no such thing as too big. Gisborne boys front row forwards and boot to ball, trying to turn this De La Salle outfit around. Nice hands in that instance from Connor Watane. He wears 14 today for De La Salle. A team of great hard-earned reputation, De La Salle. National champions in 2008. They won their first national title the year after Gisborne boys won their championship, their second championship in Rotorua. The big guys are tackling for Gisborne boys. And that was the big guy, Fetu McGee. Fetu McGee not going to be outfoxed or outwitted there by De La Salle around the fringes. Made the tackle, Fetu McGee. The mountainous Fetu McGee. Good tackle for a scrum anchor, tight end prop so early. Gray playing into the wind, trying to find touch but doesn't find it. De La Salle now with a chance to counter-attack. But they go back to the short side. Gisborne boys, a couple of instances where the ball bobbled in hands but never went forward. It's just Chaffey-Corder again. It's that kick, the hanging kick. Ball taking another horrible bounce here for De La Salle. Gibson point. You know, that chip kick is a very dangerous one for Gisborne boys at the moment. Chasing up on their kick, you can never be sure which way the rugby ball will bounce. Hits the point, go anywhere. De La Salle will want to take that ball on the full. On the one hand, you don't want to rush forward. The other hand, you don't want to hang back. Singh, the halfback for De La Salle, has impressed with his quickness and also with his courage. Twice Gisborne have thrown the ball into the line out, and twice it's ended up in the hands of Singh. Okay, Gisborne boys might have spied opportunity there for an intercept. Good hands now from De La Salle as they start to settle. Some sort of pattern and lost it forward. You know, the truth is everybody's done it. Ball going to ground, everybody's looked up at some stage or other. Show me the player who's never looked up and lost the ball forward. Over there, Noah Torrance-Cribb, tall hooker. The scrum battle looks to be fairly even. Line-out battle, well, not so much a battle at the moment. Gisborne boys have had the first 2 throws of the game and both instances haven't matched onto their own ball. Cody Christie, today Mana Gray, they've both got a firm handle on the game. Terry Reeves, a scrum penalty. I thought that he might reset that scrum. That's not the way it's panned out. Hard balance for a referee is, on the one hand, you don't want to favour the home team, which the referees here never do. But on the other hand, you don't want to bang the home team up more often than you should. Generally, you do it straight down the middle, you'll be fine. Odd looking kick. Ball has taken a bounce. Gisborne boys now have it. This is Saffron to Wairua Brown, known for his quickness. Gibson boy, good pace, finds himself surrounded by a couple of players. Goes to ground, gets good support, really good support. Good support play there from Gisborne boys. Man, they can butt heads with the best of them. Now away to the right for Malosi. Good play, got over halfway. Here's today Mana Gray, holds on to the ball wisely. He gets the ground. He was in trouble for a moment. Here's Malosi again. He is willing. He's willing. Oh, that's a Braith Ingram now, Braith Ingram. Ingram there with those orange boots. Gisborne boys running to the line, holding on to the ball. It's a Quayton Chafikora. Okay, Braith Ingram has the ball today. Mana Gray with a good long pass. Good long pass, that's Punahihi. Long pass reminiscent of his father. And Noah Torrance-Cribb over there on the left side of the ground. Around about 8 metres in to De La Salle territory. Score 5-0. No penalty award. Gisborne boys battling hard here against De La Salle. Round about 9 metres out. That's Puna with a good pass there. Okay, stringing some passes together. Good hands here. Here's Chafikora. Kicking. Jimmy Moore's on the spot. Jimmy Moore has the ball. Did the ball go forward? Gisborne boys form a ruck. A ruck is fall. Joe Kemp lowers the head. Good head position. Good head position there from the big guy. How often do tall players turn it over? Not Joe Kemp. Not then, not ever. Now Punahihi gets caught. Puna, imagine catching him. Punahihi holds on to the ball. Holds it in 2 hands. Good policy. Joe Kemp now. Kemp there coming off his right foot, such as it is. The right foot step from Joe Kemp. A sight rarely seen. Gisborne boys were afforded a long advantage there by referee Reeves. Tell you what, he'd be getting the sweat up, keeping up with these guys. Now, Te Mana Gray, from a distance of 15 metres, over halfway. 15 over halfway. I would think he'd be just over 30 metres out. Just over 30 metres out. Almost centre field. 1 kick at goal conversion attempt. 1 kick at goal conversion attempt. Lovely day for rugby. Big crowd in the Rectory. It's not quite full, but it's filling up. Today Mana Gray to go long and straight. Today Mana Gray, 5-0. Gisborne boys the early lead. First 15 rugby. And it is exciting, high quality stuff. The Gisborne boys team looks good. They look fit, they look motivated. Long kick there from today Mana Gray. The ball hits the post. Sometimes that can be disconcerting. Well, it's always disconcerting. I can't believe the clearing kick attempt has not found touch. Gisborne boys now in the 22 on the far touch. Round about 10 metres in from touch. Prime real estate. Good attacking opportunity here. Gisborne boys probe the blind side. They've sent them down there once. Gisborne boys, okay, loose ball situation, referee Reeves says, play on. Now De La Salle break. Tairāwhiti Gray is in pursuit. De La Salle with more good hands. They have momentum. They're now penalised by referee Reeves. And they were in deep trouble for a moment. And that's one of the things that's most entertaining about first 15 rugby. The ball swings from end to end, and there's never too much structure. Some teams play with great pattern, others a little more footloose and fancy free. Tairāwhiti Gray will go to the long side. He'll go to this right touch. It is a long kick. It'll take the big kick taps instead. Now puts boot to ball. And that's half time. Gisborne boys lead De La Salle 5-0, one try. Gisborne boys with the only points, the only try. And they have tackled very hard in the first half. De La Salle with obvious flair, relatively few opportunities. Seeing good positional play, the likes of Connor Watani and James Singh certainly. Gisborne boys line out, he's been quick to snap a loose ball. Well, as we await the restart here, Gisborne boys lead De La Salle 5-0. One try, first points of the game. Match being well controlled by Terry Reeves, Paul Brown and young Joel Pearce. Loves his rugby, obviously. Takes a lot of courage to get out there and run the line in front of a colourful crowd. I've been impressed with what I've seen. There's the restart of play. It's Joe Kemp underneath it. Kemp ball lost forward by Gisborne boys. De La Salle will have the advantage. And the scrum. So, Gisborne boys err from the restart. Wind blew that ball a little further than anticipated. Joe Kemp tried to catch the ball with two hands. Did his best, but couldn't quite make the catch. Score at the moment, 5-0. One try, one for the history books. An historic try against De La Salle. First game between Gisborne boys and De La Salle here at the Rectory. Singh feeds the scrum. Saying, watch out for these guys, their creativity, De La Salle. They have hands and then some. Terry Reeves, if he could have sat where I'm sitting, might have thought that the ball had gone forward. Gisborne boys make more tackles. De La Salle brought to ground and continue the attack. Remember, they're in this position because of the loss forward of the ball from the restart of play. Game being played in thirds, 2 20s and a 30-minute period. Gisborne boys up 5 points to 0 at the end of the first period. So far the game administratively has run very well. The discipline shown by the teams has been very good. There has been no back chat from any player, from either team. Guys have come here to play rugby, De La Salle, and it is a real honour to have one of Auckland's 1A bigwigs here. They've all been here. Okay, referee Reeves there with the understated whistle. Just enough calmness, exudes just enough authority without totally taking the game over. That's the key, really. At the moment, 5-0. Gisborne boys have the defensive scrum. Excellent scrum effort by Gisborne boys. That's our Punahihi. He can make ground where few else can. He can make dents where no man can, and that's Tairāwhiti Gray with boot to ball. Against Gisborne boys, De La Salle are going to have to work hard, and that was good defensive rugby. Very good defensive rugby, a good clearance. Didn't concede a scrum penalty. Now De La Salle with, unbelievably, their first throw of the game. Their first throw to a line out in this game. De La Salle. Ball to be thrown by Phillips E. And the De La Salle line out comes a cropper. Noah Torrance Cribb has the ball. Did well to tidy up at the back of the line out. Gisborne boys, boot to ball there. It's a good effect from Cody Christie. This is some very good controlled rugby. Very good controlled rugby at the moment from the home team. Firstly, they didn't concede the scrum penalty. Secondly, Tairāwhiti Gray finds good touch. And thirdly, that there from Cody Christie. Can Gisborne boys win their own line-out ball? Throw to come. Gisborne boys at least get a hand to it. Noah Torrance Cribb tidies up. Trying to get onside De La Salle. Sometimes it's not easy. Okay, Gisborne boys getting forward. Gisborne boys to run it now. Nice swing pass from Tairāwhiti Gray. Punahihi. Love what we saw from Puna there. Hard tackle. Puna squats over him. Gisborne boys have the ball again. Running to the left. Gisborne boys with pace and some wheels. Over there on the left side, Gisborne come again. Haven't had that many attacking opportunities in this. The 22 of De La Salle. The game has been held, well, played mostly in De La Salle's half. Now and then a breakout, but lost forward there. Once or twice you've seen when Gisborne have turned the ball over, how quickly Dallas can switch from defense into attack. Gisborne boys have it. Charge hard. Remember, they lead at the moment by 5 points. Gisborne, some pressure being applied here to De La Salle College. Can the visitors hang on? Will be a big feather in the home team's cap. Imagine starting off their season at home with a win over De La Salle. Beat Western Heights last weekend, I think it was 36-12. Beat Rotorua's Western Heights. Beat them at Rugby Park at Whakatane. But De La Salle, another step up again, another penalty here from referee Reeves. And his patience may have been tried once too often. But as I said again, one of the best things about referee Reeves is that he's even-handed. Not one of those who lets power go to his head. Gisborne boys near the goal line here, they're a metre out. They have Cody Christie to clear for them. Might be opportune moment to clear now. Gisborne boys under advantage again. They've got advantage from Mr. Reeves again. And now they have a try. Well, that is a wonderful result, Gisborne boys here with their second try. Sometimes it can be hard to judge these things, but we believe it was the captain. Now in a moment we see the jersey number. Richard Brown out there, assisting with the team this year. Assisting Dwayne Hehe, his great mate. So Gisborne boys now lead 10-0 against De La Salle. And from around about 6 metres off the far touch, that corner near the pavilion, that pavilion built to honour those who fell in the Second World War. And today, Mana Gray, I think a young man who exemplifies many of the best qualities and character attributes of those people who made significant, in some cases, the ultimate sacrifice. Moment, it's 10-0, and the kick looks pretty good. Has he got it? No, he hasn't. Okay. So still a 10-0 lead to Gisborne boys with the first 2 tries and 2 memorable tries. In the first instance, Gisborne boys scored in the right corner. In the second instance, they simply out-muscled De La Salle on their own goal line. That's what it is, really, pressure. It's a matter of water and time. In a sense, drip, drip, drip. That's what they did. They were disciplined, they were focused, and by God, they got their pound of flesh. Gisborne boys, as that punter underneath it, he has it, a fearsome sight. It's almost to the 22-metre line. Almost, not quite. Gisborne boys look for touch, and they haven't found it, but De La Salle have. De La Salle, these hot steppers. You can imagine what they do to you if you gave them an inch in which to operate. Give them a moment. Strong stuff there. That was a Schmidt. 8-man De La Salle. Wonderful day for rugby. I hope they've enjoyed their time here. If I know anything about Gisborne boys' hospitality, they'll have lived like kings. People love to meet the visitors. Enjoy their company on and off the field. Also off. This is good rugby here from De La Salle. Showing their skill, showing their flair. And I'm not sure whether or not the ball was grounded. Okay. So the first De La Salle try comes here in the second period. De La Salle with some wonderful ball movement. Genesis Soroa getting to the line there.
Lovely hands there from De La Salle along the back line. Genesis and company. Big Rectory crowd. Genesis Soro doing well there, big guys. Looming up out wide and making no mistake. Bon Tangaloa and Sam Tuya. Bond and Sam have done a good job with De La Salle. Can't get the kick the bend back. Restart, the long one again from Tairāwhiti Gray. De La Salle finding some confidence, being allowed to make some yards here with the ball in hand. Excellent play from De La Salle. They have settled, putting boot to ball. Good hands a moment ago from Ruben Faitari. Number 8, who's a tough nut. Some boys look good with the ball in hand. They certainly play the game with some flair and some adventure. You expect that from a Dwayne Healy coach side. Very good reader of the game, Dwayne. You can't play under him without learning to read rugby. And knowing rugby, that's a powerful effort from Gisborne boys. Up almost to the 10-metre mark in De La Salle territory. Punahihi, they can send the ball wide. Noah Torrance-Cribb has been good value with the ball in hand. He's been good value with the ball in hand, and now under advantage, of course, Gisborne boys from referee Reeves. Referee Reeves has been very consistent. His communication has been good. His signals have been clear. He's obviously been fair to both teams. I think he's done a very good job so far. Noah Torrance-Cribb has been very good. Made good ground. That's a Tairāwhiti Gray. Over there into the corner where former principal Greg Mackle used to stand and watch games. As good a spot as any. So I'm told these days the coaches regard the in-goal area between the posts as the best spot from which to watch a game of rugby. Good to see the width of your people. Who's doing what? Joe Kemp to the... made some changes, Gisborne boys, from those for you. De La Salle. Down at the moment by 5 points. Remember, it's 10-5. This is the second of 3 periods. The second 20-minute period, followed by a 30-minute period. I do wonder how long the break for the second and third periods will be. Or whether that's sort of ad-lib. Terry Reeves blows a good whistle. David Gray onto the field of play now. Natu. Naroroi. Big Natu and Oroi. And he is certainly a powerhouse. Heavyweight front row forward. Biggest player in Gisborne Boys High School front row history is Jared Broughton. Start last season was up around about the 200 kegs. Great player. Talk about imposing physicality. Ball on the Gisborne Boys side. Gisborne Boys have it. Make good yards. That was Sam Gaddam. Okay, ball lost forward there by De La Salle. You know what I've enjoyed today about the refereeing of Terry Reeves? His decisions have been accurate. maybe some people say that the finer points are the most important, or the process. If you're a player, honestly, you couldn't care less about the process. You care about the decisions and their accuracy. No doubt that's a knock on. Good scrum from Gisborne boys. Under pressure, however. Put under a lot of pressure, and in fact, conceded ball at the back of the scrum. Salle with excellent pressure there. Gisborne boys didn't seem in that instance quite to be set. Throw to come for GBHS here at the Rectory. The crowd this year, the home fans, their first view of Gisborne boys at home. Punahihi. Strong play by Puna. More boots of ball. Ball into touch. Down there, assistant referee, number 2, Joel Pearce. Penalty award to Gisborne boys. That can only really have been for offside play. Joel Pearce has done a good job down here on the sideline as they are too. He's had to weather the slings and arrows. Kids always poke of a little fun and good spirits. Gisborne boys find touch again. Sam Gaddam out there in 18, long body player. Natu Narodoi, number 23. I love it. Gisborne boys have it. I think they're going to rethrow. No, look at it. Natu, where does 16 go? Where does he fit? Throw to come, Noah Torrance Crib. Hey, hands off Natu Narodoi. Referee says, we need to meet again. Good luck as they have the throw. Nice tap ball. And hit pretty hard there. That was Philip C. A little high. A little high. Ruben Faitui over for a word. Remember, these days you've got to try and hit the man below the nipple line. That is the law under the International Rugby Board or World Rugby. Is that a card? The first man to be given a yellow card in the modern era. And when I say in the modern era, what I mean is since the rules were changed. These days, ideally, it's nipple line and below. And to be quite honest, that's very hard to do. In former times, that would have been reckoned to be a normal tackle. But these aren't normal times. Time of much change in world rugby. Noah Torrance Crib found his man before. I think it was Gaddam from memory. Joe Kemp jumping in 2. The lift, this boys' line out is now pretty good. Today, Martin Gray, hands by Potter. Wow, Potter, he loves it. Tapped me on the forehead, I couldn't care less. Gisborne boys make good ground. 10-5. Good on Salle, very competitive, scrappy, feisty Salle. And they win the ball, a turnover. If you've got the ball on your side of the ruck, you best be picking it up and clearing it. You want to leave it there. Leave the buffet table open. We shall enter. So unfortunately, if that was 17, Philip Sa'i has become the first guy to be issued with a yellow card for that, under the laws these days, highest tackle. That tackle was in no way malicious, and as I said before, in former times it was a bit rough, but perhaps have earned a yellow card. Okay, so on to 21 now, we have Sam Koroisi. Placement half back for James Singh. This game, of course, is a pre-season game. It's not a Super 8 competition game. Not a game in the National Championship as such. 10-5. Game is yet young. Good crowd in attendance. And the truth is, when teams play well here, fans show up. Gisborne boys now today, mana great. For touch and again. You know, you rate players for different reasons. And today, Mana Gray is impressing me because of his calmness, his accuracy. He may have failed to find touch once, maybe, but certainly overall, he has been excellent. William Fondor will throw the ball into play. Salle's line out. They've lost the ball. Here's our Noah Torrance Cribb through the middle of the line out. Liam Beattie now on. Captain there as well. Big guy out. Natu Naroroi, a crowd favourite. He-Man. Good stuff. Ruben Faitani. Kick ahead. They kick through. Ball took a really tough bounce. I thought De La Salle, amazing hands there to save that. That's a pretty tough from short range. Strong stuff. Looks to be a Jeremiah Papaili. De La Salle now well organised with good hands. Noah Torrance Cribb came to make the tackle. Kick put in by Koruisi. He's lost it forward. No, he hasn't lost it forward. Well, has he lost it forward? Who lost it forward? Gisborne boys lose it forward. They didn't have it to lose it forward. Nice quick hands here. Nice quick hands. That's Tino Toyava. And some good determined tackling from Gisborne boys. Refusing to buy too many dummies. Look at the hands here from De La Salle. Wonderful stuff. It's a tough pass. They have wheels, De La Salle. And they have drawn level. And they have scored in the corner. And they've made it 10-all. Now, if that was Patalo Taito, that was a splendid finish. And a little look there at the blinding pace that De La Salle had when they get it out wide. The hands very good. Now, Bon Tangaloa and Sam Tuia, coaching this team, done some great work with them, and having a connection with these boys, being able to work well with them is key to their success. And man, have they got some talent. Genesis Soro, about to take the shot. Almost an identical shot to the first one. Genesis with height there. It's going to come back. That is a wonderful kick. Genesis Soro, their first lead in the game. Now 12-10. Well, that's a fantastic kick. Genesis from the left sideline and converts. 12-10.
Wait up. Boys. Boys. It's not on. It is on. Yeah. Swap. Go. Yeah. I'll swap it out. Yeah, swap. Sweet, so just start talking to this, because I know you spoke today and tried today. So, talk to me. What do you think about today's game going and all of that? Do you think is anything that you think can go right, anything that's going wrong, and just how do you think that today's game's going?
Going pretty good. Heaps of newbies in here, so doing our best.
And what are your guys' plans for half two?
Just talking a bit more. Defense harder.
Well, you guys, good luck for the game. Cheers, bro.
Come back behind the road, play. Don't
Okay, and back for the third period, 12-10. De La Salle lead for the first time. Gisborne boys scored the first 2 tries of the match. They were very good tries. Boys now to restart Tairāwhiti Gray. Tairāwhiti Gray has played fantastic today. Braith Ingram and Punahihi leadership-wise, I'm not surprised at all. They've been excellent. Very, very good batting. Tairāwhiti Gray checking the pressure. In the ball, getting a feel for its contours. Now 12-10, Gisborne behind for the first time. Restart of play. De La Salle over there in that left pocket. Just outside the 22, up at the moment by 2 points. In the last hurrah today, game not being played in quarters, but in thirds. And defensively, it's been very impressive. Punahihi there with a very strong hit. Very clean, but very hard. Oh, not all, almost fell on it. Okay, Gisborne boys now having to chase. De La Salle up to halfway. The wheels held up. At the moment, Gisborne boys have it off a turnover. They make good yards back towards halfway. They restarted play down into that far pocket. They're a little high there in terms of body position. Got to get to ground here. Referee Reeves watching it and is now playing advantage of Gisborne boys. Some infraction by De La Salle. Genesis Karoya. Koro with a wonderful conversion of their last try. Very scrappy and loose the start of this truly the third period. Very scrappy. Gisborne boys now Punahii holds the ball, holds one at bay, held one off to ground. Gisborne boys given a penalty here by referee Reeves. The penalty award is for offside play. So a long scrappy period. De La Salle tried to break out. Gisborne tried to run it back. Do they find touch early here in the third period? They do. Joel Pearce over there on the touchline. Is only the second youngster I can remember to be an official, a rugby referee. While at Gisborne boys, Ryan Walters, I think, was a rugby referee and assistant referee at the age of 15. Okay, Gisborne boys have a good line-out ball. Start of the third period. Punahii. Good look at the abs of Punahii. Gisborne boys now coming away. That's Ruben. Oh, slips a good pass up. And pretty vigorous in the tackle to De La Salle. Now Braith Ingram, who fears nothing. No man, no beast. Nothing in the sky above. All the water beneath, and now into touch. Gisborne boys. Well, that's interesting from referee Reeves there. He ruled that their advantage had come to an end. Mind you, having said that, it was a sizable advantage. And at the moment, 12-10. Gisborne boys won the first line out of the third period. Gisborne boys have just taken it away. That's look to beget them. Really tough rugby here in the third period. Natu Nadodoi made one good run. It's Braith Ingram, gives him a pat on the head. Reminiscent of the way that a tight head prop a year or two ago now gave then lock Max Pryor an emotional headbutt. That was feeling, I remember it. I remember so much. Strong stuff here from De La Salle. JP Schmidt there. A hearty run. De La Salle with this 12-10 lead. Ball takes a bounce and runs into touch. Watching it there was, I think, Saffin to White or Brown. Man, can he go? David Gray out there, and he's quick. Waiting champion quarter with a man in support. That's Gray, head hard. A very good, hard New Zealand rugby tackle. That'll wake you up in the morning, boy. Gisborne boys have it, though. Punahii goes a pass wide. Out there is now big Franco Ludwig as well. Sapping to wide or Brown. Almost broke through. Frees the ball up. Gisborne boys have it. That's John. Karakiwaniwa. Well, what did referee Reeves see? What did he see? What did he not see? Well, they're not. Well, you know, for a moment there, I thought the way his left hand went up, I thought he'd ruled penalty. Didn't the hand go up a little higher to start with? Referee Reeves. Guys need water. You got to be sucking in a lot of water in the lead up to a game at the Rectory. Conditions are wonderful, yeah, absolutely. But it's a hard ground. You land on it. You'll feel it. Been impressed by Gaddam since he's come on. Natu Nadodoi, he's now in his element. Franco Ludwig. Look at the broad backs down there. You could eat off those backs. Wide and strong. So Gisborne boys to feed the scrum. Liam Beattie. Liam Beattie, good scrum, great scrum. Better than good, great in fact. Saffin, nice pass. Nice pass there from Saffin. Gisborne boys have it. Oh, and a Big tackle there in the midfield. Gisborne boys lost the ball forward. Ball went loose. Safford to Wairua Brown there for a moment looked extremely dangerous. Very quick. He's a flyer. He can fly. And I don't think De La Salle saw that coming. When he came across, Safford in terms of hands and feet as good as any going. Referee Terry Reeves. Just enough whistle and little less conversation. Okay, pass away there, Schmidt, De La Salle. They can hop, they can skip, they can jump. Around about 7 meters out from halfway. Gisborne boys tackling them behind the game. And Natu Nadodoi has it. Natu Nadodoi with a tremendous piece of rugby. Made the tackle, got the ball. Gisborne boys coming to the left side. Okay, it's Braith Ingram. You can't really hurt Braith. You can chip away at him, but it's hard to hurt him. Natu Nadodoi, you don't want that. Upside down. Gisborne boys coming forward. Strong rugby here from the forwards. Trying to get to ground. That is now a ruck. Gisborne with numbers over here on the left. Will they throw it? Oh, lovely kick. Almost split him. Okay, that could be. Struggling to get that back. No, De La Salle now as space opens up. Nice pass there from Schmidt. In comes Franco. Franco hanging onto a leg, hanging onto a knee. Natu Nadodoi over to make the tackle. Running hard there. De La Salle. They did not give up. They chased and got a hand to the man, and that's what you've got to do here. De La Salle now under the bar. Under the bar for 17-10. The pace of the game is ferocious here. And look at Terry Reeves down on one knee and feeling it. I don't blame Terry Reeves. The game has been played at a fierce pace. It's at least as quick as local club rugby. At least. 17-10. I love my rugby, but it can never be that you can't get a good batting laugh out of it. And man, that's strange, isn't it? Look at the position that these guys kick the ball from these days. Almost aiming at the point. In my time, he stood the ball up, had as much of it as possible. Mind you, I suppose from that distance. Slightest puff of breeze would do the trick. So now 19 points to 10. Gisborne boys need a converted try to get within striking distance of De La Salle again. Points to 10. De La Salle, the visitors, up by 9 points. Gisborne boys going through a tough period. But defensively, they're being made to work. De La Salle turning them around. Salle issued a penalty here by referee Reeves. Now with excellent hands, De La Salle. Starting rugby. Pulled off the odd, very good tackle, Gisborne boys. And they now have the advantage. They've gone for touch. I would say that that should constitute advantage. I must say that's an excellent result for Gisborne boys. And to be honest, very, very good refereeing from Terry Reeves. He didn't blow the whistle too quick. He saw the clearing kick made and the gain in ground. That is an advantage. De La Salle have it with their good hands. Running to the line now. That was Ruben Faituru trying to get his shoulder on a man. And they have succeeded in ripping the ball from De La Salle. Done that once or twice in general play. Not that easy to do. Punahi'i goes right, goes left. And once again makes ground. He is strong, Puna. Braith Ingram makes ground. He also is strong. Gisborne boys might concede a penalty here. They hang on to the ball. Well, is it? Well, it's the law of the jungle at the moment. Survival of the fittest. Referee Reeves allowing a lot to go there. I suppose that's what you do with schoolboy rugby, isn't it? Who put the ball? Roy shadows the ball into touch. I thought for a moment I saw a hand reach up and pull somebody back in. I must have been seeing things. Pitu McGee, the big three. Natu Narodo, he had a good run, played well. Thank God for that. John Karakiwaniwa. Okay, Gisborne boys have it well. They had the line-out ball. They lost it forward. Line-out has the potential to be good, but there's no doubt that it's still a work in progress. This is only game 2 of going to be a long, tough season, which is a good thing. They say the best things in life are worth fighting for. That's what you're seeing here, Gisborne boys at the moment, down 19 to 10, leading 5-0, leading 10-0, then leading 10-5, and it was 10 all, and it was 12-10, it was 17-10, and it was 19-10. Gisborne boys there with the scrum penalty as it is. Ingram stays in the field of play, well supported by Jimmy Moore. Ball loose, and De La Salle wanted it more. They were quicker to it. They went in and got it. Jimmy Moore, body on the line. Okay, this is a Genesis. He got boot to ball. He was held too, I think. Did I see what I thought I saw? Genesis being held on the ground. Pitu McGee. You can give him a little push if you want to, although what difference it'll make is debatable. Sometimes there are some players that you push and they just sort of bounce back. At the moment, 19 points to 10. Terry Reeves, the referee being attended to. Well, I tell you what, if you're trying to cover my face, you should have it on the other side. Plastic surgery didn't do anything. So at the moment, 19 points to 10. Well, no, that can't be the end of the game, surely. Are they simply swapping sides? Oh no, we have an injured referee, is that what it is? See, the crowd's confused here. It's been known to happen. No more subs are being made. So we're playing the game, I have to believe now we're playing the game in quarters. I was told before the start we were playing 220s and a 30. Well, that idea seems to have gone out the window. Oh no, Terry Reeves has been injured, needs to be replaced. So it's going to be Paul Brown. Paul Brown's now going to be the referee. Terry Reeves is hurt. Terry Reeves was doing a good job. Now Paul Brown comes out. Well, I don't have any doubt that this has to be the longest game of first 15 rugby I've seen here. During the first break, we watched Gone with the Wind. During the second break, we popped out for lunch. But it has been a lot of fun, and I've enjoyed it. Joel Pearce, now the big boss, is going to be in the middle, Paul Brown. Hold on to your hats. So we're going to play 4 quarters with Paul Brown as a referee. Lovely day here, and I must say the rectory is, it looks absolutely beautiful. Nice on top, mind you, you land on it with your back, or specifically your shoulders, you'll feel it. Ground has known so much history, exudes history. And you know what makes history? People. And the people that are here today, the generations before them, they all came to support the local first 15. So now we've got Paul Brown and with him, Joel Pearce. We are very grateful too to have this game carried by Rangai, Screen Production students, Kaj Tata, Nathan Mihaka, 2 guys doing a fantastic job. A wonderful job. The pictures tell the story. And the picture is worth 1,000 words. No matter how loudly spoken. Okay, that line out took a little too long. Well, okay, Gisborne boys. Okay, that was for balking. That penalty, so first line out penalty is Fetu McGee. Fetu McGee! Fetu McGee there. Hard into Philip C. And Philip, I think from memory, received the yellow card earlier in the game. Braith Ingram, who has not stopped. He has been unrelenting. He is committed. Gisborne boys over there on the right side. Fetu McGee got the crowd going with that galumphing run. 19 points. To 10. My next question is, how long is this quarter? Are they all the same length? No idea. No, in a little while from now, Gisborne boys making inroads. The first real possession of the period. And Fetu McGee, that's what you got to do. You got to use what God gave you. He there ran hard and straight. Once again, Joel Pearce has done a really good job down there on the sideline as AR2. You know, those ARs, Paul Brown and Joel Pearce, they're gold. You know why they're gold? If you didn't have Paul Brown, you wouldn't have a referee. Rangai carrying this game, and lovely pictures. Okay, ball hit the player, went forward. Well, then, okay, the ball went forward there. Everybody stopped. They thought the ball was dead. Had they continued, Paul Brown would have allowed it, but it's a moment in time. Time stood still. Everybody just stopped playing. You know what, to be honest, you've got to play to the whistle. Whistle hadn't blown. hadn't been blown. Guys sub on and off. We call rolling subs in this kind of rugby. Quite fine. It's not a competition game. Tell you what, the locals though, the fans have seen enough from Gisborne boys to know that they're going to fight hard this season. Okay, they go to the left, Salle. Nice hands. Good run around they are. Quick. Very quick. Also up by 9 points. More than a converted tries worth. Then Genesis. He does well. Moment 19-10. You've got to watch him around the fringes as well. Well led. Oh, was that Noah Torrance crib? Getting pushed around. I couldn't quite see what it was. Gisborne boys turned it over. But Salle turned the ball over in the first instance. 19 points to 10. Right now to see all the juniors enjoying the rugby. And just while we have a moment also to acknowledge the passing of a Gisborne Boys High School First 15 legend, former captain Les Barbara, passed away during the week. He was a magnificent captain during the Dick Glover coaching era, an extraordinary era of New Zealand secondary schools First 15 rugby, not just Gisborne Boys High School rugby, some of the best rugby that's ever been played. It's now Gisborne's Quaden Chapman quarter. But no, that's not Quaden actually, it's a David Gray. Guys are being driven in tackles. David Gray up to make the tackle on him was Quaden Chapman quarter. Well, how quickly a game can change. I tell you what, you wouldn't be human if you weren't nervous down here. When your feet aren't on the ground and you're traveling backwards, it's not much fun. And boy, oh boy, when your feet have got no connection with the ground and you're traveling backwards. Salle, as you know, up 19 points to 10. Gisborne boys searching for points in this last period. Okay, ball is loose. David Gray had it again. Okay, it's an offside play by Gisborne boys. Paul Brown very clear in his ruling. Paul Brown there though, quite right. You've got to touch the ball. You've got to make your mark in front of the referee. You can't just make your mark wherever you want. He awarded them a penalty, but can't just let people run willy-nilly. Paul Brown too is on the other side of 50 to see him out there running around because of an injury to Terry Reeves. I feel sorry for Terry Reeves, who's refereeing well. Another guy gets a shot, next stop, Joel Pearce. Ray Young is picked up at the time, or at least the assistant referee's flag on the far side. Salle now with some adventure. Here's the flare of Salle coming into Dwayne, rather Punahihi. Salle staying just in the field of play. Lost the ball forward there, Salle. He's going to get a big whistle here from Paul Brown. Not happy, but discipline is important. The last home game here, discipline was an issue. Salle, long passes and stretching Gisborne out. And scoring now for 24 points to 10. 24 to 10. Now 2 tries plus in it. Gisborne are going to come back into the game on the scoreboard. It needs to start now. 24 points to 10. having scored the first 2 tries of the game. Not potted a goal. Galston have landed 2. 24 points to 10. Points to 10, Salle. Come a long way and acquitted themselves very well. 4-10, 14 points up. 2 converted tries in the lead. Seen some fantastic skills out there. Attempt was unsuccessful. 24 points to 10, Salle by 2 converted tries. Now a Torrance crib out there. Punahihi, he'll chase. David Gray is quick, he'll chase. Younger brother of Tairāwhiti. Certainly impressed the first 5. He, though, doing exactly the right thing, giving many players an opportunity. The squad has worked hard, shown great loyalty. Salle, whose only run has been a big win against Varsity. Good tackle there by David Gray. Youngster making a good tackle. Punahi makes a good tackle. David Gray with a very good tackle. Then Punahi with a very good tackle. Got to be impressed by what you've seen. Okay, Gisborne boys win the line out. Tough pass from Cody. Okay, loose ball situation, Noah Torrance Crib. Gisborne boys having a scramble. Quaden Shaffy corner, known as Q. Quaden running hard. Gives some play over there and picked up there for the forward pass. Gisborne boys now sent back 10 metres. What's happening here? Okay, it's a scrum at halfway. Forward pass. Big one from Gisborne boys, Salle. At the moment, 24, 10 leaders. Big runners, and Gisborne boys are not putting them on the floor the way they did in the first quarter. Lots happened since then. Coming in to make the tackle was Kaiai or Tangira Kiri. Joel Pierce in his hands. Assistant referee number 2 over there. There's no try. 24-10. Ball is in the hands there and well held by Augustine Filippo. Italy now, Gisborne boys are on the run. They didn't tap. the ball correctly. Referee Paul Brown. Gisborne boys, do they find touch or not? Yes, a foot on the line there. Joel Pearce had his flag. Well, did he have his flag up? I thought he did. Is he sure he did? I'm not sure. Joel, what have you done? No, he's had a great game. I shouldn't tease him. He has been good down there in the AR. I thought he had a foot on the sideline. Yes, you can. Okay, Gisborne boys getting some wheels up here against Salle, who've lost the ball forward. Now ball kicked ahead again by Gisborne boys. One of the wonderful things about Rangai on YouTube is that you can watch this game again, and some of the lads do find their best tackles, etc. again and again and again. I did think his flag was about to flutter up. Now at the other end of the spectrum in terms of experience is Dave Hooper, life member of the Poverty Bay Rugby Referees, and he's down there with Joel on the sideline now. To 10. Paul Brown. Okay, well, Salle under pressure now, and that's a very, very messy piece of rugby. 24 points to 10. Nobody was offside. Seemingly. 24 points to 10. To 10. Salle want the ball and being harassed for it. Going to throw it around, Salle. This is the wall. Noah Torrance crib. Whistle is blown. Now, I know that the laws have changed. It's these days the nipple line or whatever. That was a little high by the standards of the good old days, not the bad old days. There were the good old days and the bad old days. The bad. Of course, with that new ruling about the nipple line, you have to try and keep tackles down. As I said, the bad old days of high shots. Sione Olive makes a good point. Sione Olive makes a good point, and his point has been taken. Well, hang on, could have given the referee time to clear. Okay, good rugby here from Salle. They played some very good rugby. Look at the flare in the backs. Out to run out wide, loose ball situation, turnover. That happens when you're trying things. It's not a crime. Boys are throwing the ball around. It's a pre-season game. You're going to make mistakes. And Paul Brown now blows a whistle. Penalty here to Salle. Well, this is a little bit upside down at the moment. This game's neither Arthur or Martha at the moment. At the moment, 24-10. Salle with hands. It goes from one side to the other and backwards and forwards and occasionally sideways. 24-10. A lot of fun. But if you're looking for pattern has probably been abandoned. 24-10. 14 points in it. Noah Torrance crib again with a good effort to tackle. His effort was huge. So what they're doing, Salle now, is running backwards to go forward. That makes perfect sense. Okay, it's loose again. Is that Genesis? Guys are falling over. This is it's very messy at the moment. Great rugby, but without a lot of shape. And that's reward. Patolo Taito with a fantastic try. Great strength on the ground, and he's played a very good all-round game, I think. Been impressed by what we've seen from him, and certainly De La Salle came into existence the year of Her Late Majesty's coronation and come up here with a pretty good effort, 29 points to 10. And a chance for it to be 31 to 10. Now Augustine Filippo will be given a shot at goal. Centre 3/4. Enjoyed the try from Patolo Taito. Augustine Filippo with a shot. This for 31-10. Okay, and he's inched away to the right. 29 points to 10. So De La Salle have won here at the Rectory. Their first ever game at the Rectory, their first appearance here. Gisborne boys' second game the season, having won last week 36-12 against Western Heights High School of Rotorua at Rugby Park in Whakatane. Some wonderful games coming up. Gisborne boys have some big games coming up, and not least of which